Been on the lookout for that.
Took you long enough, Commander.
I thought I was being followed. We have to be smart about all this.
Don't insult my intelligence. I know we only get one chance at this. Besides, word from the inside is that things are going well.
Good, good. I took care of things on my end. I stuffed all of the duplicates in Marla's house. As long as no one goes snooping around in there, we'll be fine.
I'm with you. Let's do this!
You're too late. You'll never...
I'm afraid you just missed Commander Eon. Again. He was in a hurry. He always seems to run when everyone else around here just... Have you been drinking with Thane Yegi and the soldiers? What? All of this in Marla's house? You have to understand how strange this sounds. You're telling me that the commander I was just speaking to is actually dead? And there are others? Including... After that story, I think I might be the one who needs a drink. Well, thanks. Listen, let's say I believe you. Let's say there are Stormfist agents impersonating people in Fort Armel. Even if all of this is true, we can't start a panic. The leaders of the Pact are here, for kind's sake. No, I didn't say that. I just don't want you running around crying murder, especially with the Pact delegations here. Think of how fragile our alliance already is. You should speak to Lord Velop. Tell him what you told me. He's the Jarl's advisor. He has his hand in everything that happens around here. Tell him what you told me. Leave nothing out. Velop's smart. If what you say is true, and by Kain I hope it isn't, he'll know what to do, without causing a panic. You'll probably find Lord Velop in the inn. Like most Nords, he enjoys his mead. And I understand that nobles can get particularly thirsty when the king is in town. You have to look at this from my point of view. A stranger walks into town and makes outlandish claims about spies and imposters and murders. How do I know that you're not one of these Stormfist traitors trying to cause trouble? You certainly are insistent. I'll grant you that much. Look, I'll check the house as soon as I can. In the meantime, go talk to Lord Velop. Shaw's bones if there really are spies in Fort Armel. His lordship will know what to do.
So, was the hunt successful? Did you find out what nefariousness our good Commander Eon is up to? What? No, I never imagined. I think you better tell me what happened, friend, and start at the beginning. Lower your voice. This can't be. How could Fildgor's soldiers get into the fort without being noticed? Did you tell anyone else about this? I'll need to have a word with Loanor. The implications for the Pact are horrifying. Dark elves and Nords have died. Finger-pointing will escalate into violence as soon as word gets out. Especially with Prince Ernskar's temper. Go to the Nord camp and speak with Thane Harvald. He's honorable and intelligent. I'm sure he'll want to keep this quiet. He also possesses common sense. If anyone knows how we should approach this problem, it's Thane Harvald.
I don't feel so good.
The Nord don't need the help of the weakling Argonians and the cowardly Dark Elves.
Prince
We can win
Ernskar
this
must
war
emulate the
on
war.
our own.
Your uncle Fildgor has allied himself with the Stormfist clan and the Orcs, my prince. We need all the help we can get. You need to apologize to the delegates. and get them back to the table before this rift grows any
Let
wider.
the pact shatter and fall for all I care. We need no one but ourselves. You grow old and weak, Harvold, like my father. This conversation is over.
The prince in his hot temper. He decided to hold his own meeting, while the king and the pact ambassadors meet at the keep. He managed to insult both the Dark Elves and the Argonians with his posturing and boastfulness. Talk freely. Thane Oda is as trustworthy as I. But understand that I have enough trouble as it is, and I don't need any more bad news. I have my hands full trying to figure out how to calm the prince and get the pact delegates back to the meeting. And that's not what I wanted to hear. The prince will have to be told about this, of course. And the Argonian and Dark Elf delegates. They need to be able to protect themselves. I can't keep secrets from my prince, no matter how hot-headed he may be. I'll make him understand the seriousness of the situation. But I doubt the Argonians and Dark Elves will listen. They were... Perhaps, if you say that King Yoren sent you, they might not forgive the prince and return immediately, but they might listen to you. They need to know that we... What does he always do? He opened his mouth and let words fall out. He said many terrible things and drove them away. And all his father asked him to do was coordinate troop movements and battle plans while the Council of War was in session.
Why hold a summit in such a frigid place? You want our respect? Come to Mournhold and dine like real nobles. Don't send us on a damn camping trip. I have no issues with King Yoren, but his son is an imbecile. He believes that the Nords are superior to all. And he had the audacity to insult Our Lady Amalexia. Let's see how well the Nords do against the Stormfists without our help. Let me think. No. Nothing comes to mind. The Dunmer are finished helping those who show no respect or gratitude. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm trying to stay warm. Feel free to talk to my servant Nariu if you need something more.
I'll apologize now for what happens later.
Why hold a summit in such a frigid place? You want our respect? Come to Mournhold and dine like real nobles. I have no issues with King Yoren, but his son is an imbecile. He believes that the Nords are superior to all. And he had the audacity to insult Our Lady Amalexia. Let's see how well the Nords do against the Stormfists without our help. Let me think. No, nothing comes to mind. The Dunmer are finished helping those who show no respect or gratitude. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm trying to stay warm. Feel free to talk to my servant Nariu if you need something more. Why hold a summit? I have no... Let me think.
Am I drunk? Or is it me?
Why hold a summit in such a... I have no... Let me think. No.
I think I figured out why cats like us so much. It's because we are so beautiful, and we smell good. Excuse me, but who are you? And why is King Yoren requesting any help from us? The prince made it very clear that he thinks very little of my eggkin and I. Why we even bothered coming here is beyond me. The prince cares nothing for us. He refused to send any help to my kin in Darkwater Crossing. The trolls wander the town now, and only the Hiss knows what happened to my people. I offer the same thing to you. King Yoren is a good man.
strong and wise. I hear he hates cats. He gave shelter to my people when they fled from the Stormfists and their orc allies. But that doesn't change the current situation. And Prince Ernskar is still a Gwarlicker. It's too late to help Darkwater.
If Geld sent you over here to have me fetch something, tell him to go jump in the river. Assistant, not slave. I already broke a guard's hand for getting a little too friendly. Put a little fear in them, and now everything's perfect. So, what can I help you with? And if you say staying warm, your hand is the least of your concerns. This obviously wasn't the prince's idea. That Nord is a whiny little swit who said everything handed to him on a silver platter. He'd never stoop to ask for help from one of the lesser races. What is this really about? The king is a respectable man. He has more sense in his pinky than the prince does in his whole body. It's hard to imagine they come from the same stock. So, sure, why not? I'll help you. I want a bottle of wine from the barracks. That's where they keep the Jarl's personal stock. I'm tired of drinking this cheap piss they provided us with. Just watch out. The place is off limits and the guards tend to deal harshly with intruders.
The barracks are off limits, so you'll need a disguise. A guard's uniform should do nicely. Try by the river. No matter how cold it is, the Nords seem to love going for a swim. Sometimes they even remember to take their armor off first.
Well, since you asked so nicely, one of the guards hates cats. Really detests the creatures. I saw the guard chase a cat that ran into the barracks for more than an hour. So bring the cat along. I saw a lot of them hovering around the Argonians.
I don't like to talk. I like to drink.
What are you doing in here? Get out! Not another cat. I hate cats. They make me itch.
What in Kain's name was that?
That jingle of coins, always a comfort.
I heard that someone overthrew the giant leader in Lower Yorgrim.
Do you know what that sweat had me fetch while you were gone? Food from the other tent, as if walking 10 feet would kill him. I got the food, though. I knew I could count on you. Reliability is an admirable trait. This will taste good. Probably make taking orders from that barking dog over there a bit more tolerable. And it should be enough to get the job done. To get Geld nice and comfortable. Then I'll convince him that what he just drank was poisoned. Lucky for him, I have the antidote. Of course. He'll do whatever I want to get it. And that should be very entertaining. Of course. How did you think I was going to convince him? Now, do me a favor and stay alert out there. I've seen enough shadows and sheepish grins to know that something isn't right in Fort Armel. But that's why I'm here now, isn't it?
Do you think I'm pretty?
Building up a stand. Good thinking. Good eye.
got your back.
You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
Did you drink my drink?
What's that smell? It's all... My people came to Fort Amo from the west, but the town wasn't big enough to absorb them. They settled at Darkwater Crossing. Then the trolls came. You have done what that arrogant prince would not do. Thank you. Perhaps. That is for them to decide. But at least they have that choice. Like King Yoren, you demonstrate honor. I will return to the prince's meeting and hear what he has to say. You have earned that much.
I'll take one if you're buying.
I heard that you've been hard at work. A powerful troll for the Argonians? Really? That's quite remarkable. And I spoke to Prince Ernskar. He agrees that he might have been a little arrogant. Especially when I told him what you discovered. Maybe now we can all get back to the business at hand, instead of just throwing insults at each other. With the Pact working together again, we should be able to sniff out Fildgor's spies easily enough. Now my only concern is for the king. He's surrounded himself with our strongest warriors. But the element of surprise gives Fildgor an advantage. After what you said the Stormfists have already accomplished, how can we trust anyone on the other side of the keep's gate? I know King Yoren requested privacy for this meeting with the ambassadors. But I can't just assume everything is all right. Actually, Lord Verlop suggested that you two take care of it. I need to keep the prince in line, and we don't want to tip our hand to the Stormfists. Besides, I know you can handle yourself. Get in there and secure the king. The gates have been sealed since we arrived, but Lord Verlop should be able to open them. King Yoren was adamant that no one disturb the meeting. I imagine that whatever they are discussing in there Fieldgore is definitely at the heart of it. King Yoron is guarded by a squad of soldiers he selected personally. I'm sure everything is fine. Still, we can't be too careful. But I don't want to embarrass the king needlessly.
How are ya?
Useful. Hold on to that.
That's strange. Where are the guards? Oh, that's right. They're dead. Just like you're about to be. You know, you were a real pain in my side. I sent you after Iarn and Marla, but somehow you survived. Then I sent you to sabotage the prince. But instead, you brought the pact together. Well, if you want something done, you just have to do it yourself.
Move or call out and lose your tongue. Simple,
Wait.
right?
Don't kill me. I can help you. Yoron's still alive. You need me.
No one likes a liar, Nord. No one. Let's talk, hero. Why?
Told you something bad was gonna happen. I didn't want you to walk into this trap alone, so I followed you. Good thing, too. I've been tracking a Breton illusionist by the name of Dalin for a while now. The villain created quite a stir by assassinating a few nobles in Mournhold recently. I discovered that he took a contract with Fieldgore and tracked him to this region. Not exactly, but I'd wager he's inside the keep. I'm not sure what we'll find in there, but you'll need to be quick. Dalin's already a step ahead of us. The man bought Verlop with a promise of gold. Who knows who else he's got on his side. I need to make sure our Alliance friends are playing nice with each other. Then I'll meet up with you. After I get out of this damn dress and into some proper clothing, how do women wear stuff like this all the time? Well, thanks. Maybe I could get used to wearing such finery when things aren't so dangerous. What am I saying? Get your ass in there and save King Yoren!
Together, you got it. Let's knock some heads.
Better luck next time. Oh, wait.
Healer! Charge!
You could craft something nice with that.
Are you an idiot? We're surrounded by the enemy.
The big bad storm fists are outside. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you, all proper-like.
People really frustrate me sometimes. Maybe we should go upstairs so I can protect you. Who even says that? He could have complimented my eyes, or my... Never mind. He's one of Dalin's thugs. No sign of the king, though. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Windows are wonderful things, my darling. No one ever remembers to lock them. I'm sure you've crawled into or out of more than a few windows over the course of your adventures. I found 2 doors in here, but they're both locked tight. I'm sure the king is behind one of those doors. We just need to figure out how to open them. I don't think you'll just find a key lying around, but you never know. I'll check down here. Take a look upstairs and see if you can find anything.
So you have finally come. Thank you for all your hard work here in Fort Amal. I can't say that Verlof was as useful as I hoped, but he served his purpose, right? I mean, just look at me. Stunning, am I not? A Breton leading the Nords. Who would have thought of it? For all intent and purposes, I am the real king now. Any who would challenge that are being dealt with. But I wanted to congratulate you. So many lives lost because of you. I'm envious. That poor guard Floanor, greedy Lord Verlof, the mind reels. Verlof did say that he would take care of her, didn't he? My poor Verlof was many things, but a liar wasn't one of them. Then there's that pretty little dark elf outside. The feisty one. She'll be a fun one to kill. And of course, he's enjoying a gift from Fildgor. The king that saved his people from the Akaviri, killed by his own brother. Yet, no one will ever know. No. They will find the body of poor Dalin the Briton, defeated by their heroic king. Oh, well, yes. That's the entire point of why we're here. Now I must apologize. I have matters to attend to. You'll find that my guards now control the manor. You can try to stop us, but I doubt you'll have very much luck.
I can't remember her name. The pretty one with the beard.
Darlin said you were coming after us. Let's see how you handle two of the best warriors of the Stormfist Brigade.
Well done. Too little, too late, though. The false king is dead. Once you join him, Fildgor will rule this land.
Destroy!
Attack!
Gotta be better than that.
King Yoren's breathing is shallow. The poison Dalin used, it's tainted. Daedric, I'm not sure what it's doing to this poor man, but I don't think he will survive. The illusionist fooled us all. His magic allowed the Stormfist to look like people we trusted. Something in the wine we shared, we think. One of them took the form of the king's servant. He poisoned the king's dinner. Fighting broke out as soon as King Yoren fell ill. We dragged him away from the meeting and locked ourselves in here. When the Stormfist broke in, I thought we were finished. If that woman hadn't shown up, we'd probably be dead right now. She never identified herself. When the Stormfist broke in, she just appeared out of nowhere and put 2 daggers in their backs. Then she told us help was coming, and she ran off. She wore a helmet, but I'm pretty sure she was a dark elf. We should be fine, and we're not helpless. We can protect the king. But please hurry just the same. I don't know how long he can resist the poison.
There you are, alive and well, just like I left you. I hope I didn't startle the ambassadors too much with that daring rescue I performed. When you entered the safe room, I heard the ambassadors trying to be quiet upstairs. Next thing I know, Stormfist thugs are waving their axes around and attacking the manor. I was about... Well, I couldn't let you have all the fun. Seriously, you have to understand. My organization used to be respected. Now we're hunted for what we were, what we represented. That has to change. I was talking about you, but I also figured more backup wouldn't hurt. Ernskar and his guards are downstairs. They rushed over as soon as the fighting started. But King Yoren, he didn't look so good. He's not going to make it, is he? Hildegor plays dirty. I wish I could help more, but I've already overstepped the limits of my contract. I need to get back to Mournhold. A new matter involving a rival group has become an issue. These people still need your help, hero. Always the hero, aren't you? I'm kidding. I'll find you again when I need your help. In fact, I'd like that. Now go. Save King Yoren. He needs you more than I do at the moment.
Where is my father? What did our so-called allies do to him? I'll kill every single Argonian and Dark Elf myself if my father's been harmed. Hildegor might have driven the blade, but the Dark Elves and Argonians did nothing to protect my father. Now where is he? Tell me! Guards, go to the king at once. As for you, what's your involvement in all this? Why are you here? Then we are allies, for now. I must go to my father. I don't care how we do it, but his life must be saved. My father can't die. Hildegor will not win this war. Not this way. I forbid it.
There must be... The Stormfists have been dealt with, and the duplicates rounded up. But whatever poison attacks the king grows worse with each passing hour. We can't help him without more information. Now our enemies stoop so low as to ally themselves with Daedra. The poison will kill the king before we can get him to the healers in Windhelm. And no one here can cure a poison like this. We need to ask the Turnian monks for help. An old cult worship totem gods. Call them monks or witches as you will, but they wield strong healing magic. Their rituals are complex, and those who seek their help must bring their own ritual components. The poison weakens the king. We need a substance to bolster his life force. The Turnian monks also require a focus, an object or even a person. Something or someone that possesses a rare power can serve this function. I am connected to the spirits of this world. Specifically, I have a bond with the spirit of the wolf. This bond has existed my entire life, even when I was a small child. When the spirits called to me, I left my home to seek them out. I found the Turnian monks. A cult, some would call them, but they heard the spirits just as I did. They took me in, trained me to listen to the call of the wild, to hone my skills, to be one with nature. I was young, and I missed my family. My responsibility to my bloodline finally called me back to Windhelm. I left the people I grew to love in the middle of the night and never looked back. Now we must go to them to save our king. The Argonians joked about one of their own during the feast. They called him the Dreamwalker. He watches over the dreams of the people of Darkwater Crossing. Yes, the same place where the trolls now run rampant. The spirits assure me that this Dreamwalker still lives. He is essential to saving King Nyoran. Where he hides, that I don't know. Search Darkwater Crossing for some clue as to where the Argonians have gone. The blood of a vampire gives strength and vitality, even to those on death's door. Whatever runs through their veins serves to enhance their life force. The tiniest amount should suffice to get the king. The hot springs to the north. Rumors suggest the place is haunted by the undead. Witchestada, they call it. Let's hope the rumors are true. Of course, you'll also need to get one of them to give you its blood.
I was relieved to hear that Volya's meadery has reopened.
Good to get stocked up.
someone in need?
You could brew something nice with that.
The dead aren't supposed to walk around, and they certainly aren't supposed to attack innocent loggers. The dead Beware, stranger. The dead walk The dead aren't supposed to walk around. The dead emerged from bone-strewn barrow. I was working when it started. I buried my axe and 3 of them, but they kept on coming. My family's still out there, and the countryside is crawling with those damn creatures. Can you check on my family? We have 3 logging cabins scattered around the bone-strewn crest. Look for my brother, my cousin, and my wife. I can sneak around, but I can't fight Draugr in this state. Please, make sure my family is all right. My wife Jakilde and I share the cabin farthest to the north. My brother Kurthor, we don't talk much. He keeps to himself in the cabin near the Way Shrine. And my cousin sure, I guess. I'd prefer it if you went and helped them, though. But ask your way. My cousin Agnadir is so young and so beautiful. We agreed to allow her to apprentice with us for this season. If something happens to her, what am I going to tell her mother? My brother Kurthor is strong and hard-headed. We don't always get along. But I wouldn't wish these shambling monsters on my worst enemy. My wife Jakilde is a strong woman. She can handle herself, but I'm afraid that the Draugr might be too much for her.
You should have run.
Better overstocked than under.
Only a fool!
Not sick of me, eh?
I need to go. I need to get out of here. Those things are everywhere. Please, my friend may still be alive. If you see her, you need to save her. We were near the center of the hot springs when we were attacked. I pushed Imhe down. It was the only thing I could do to get away. I wasn't thinking. I never meant...
You could craft something nice with that. Useful. Hold on to that. Resting up before I'm ready to fall over. That's new.
you're walking, but you're not dead. You picked the wrong day to visit our camp, stranger. My husband, Selgard? Is he all right? Why isn't he with you? What of the others? Did you find my brother-in-law? My young cousin? Kain, have mercy on my family. Don't worry about me.